Isn't that interesting?
Good morning.
According to Big Homie,
in the love and the light.
footage was being used to
too
control
sure.
and manipulate people.
David's
That's
playing
interesting.
in the background there, so I'm not too sure if you
And he
can
claims this individual wasn't at the top. He
try
was
and do
just
the
a
video
middleman,
then,
and there were
go back
even
to the
more
video
powerful
and listen
individuals
to it
above
and
him.
see
So
if
you
it's
see
David's
how,
voice, but I can hear
okay,
David's
maybe
voice
it's just a
straight to the
private guy,
off
but
button.
he's setting this up.
Anyway, I'll give it a go.
Each post is like a trail
what
of
I wanna talk to you
breadcrumbs,
about
and you're
is,
getting closer and closer, and it's so exciting because you know what's coming, and it's going to lead to ascension.
I said that Biden
1.1 million views, 113 seconds.
because I believe.
And again, who are the top shareholders of these
negative
various
people
platforms? And why
would be
is
more
Saudi
corrupted
relevant?
than they have been
Controlling stakes
moving
all the way
forward.
down. And then again, the control of the media. So this is one we see a lot. We don't need to keep reading it.
The deep state.
Ooh, so
losing its
particular
grip on
materials
the-
were found near somebody's house.
And I've spoken to you about that.
I gotta be
before,
very
like the
vague, you guys.
positive
I'm sorry.
sides winning now.
Just blocks away from the Rhode Island mansion,
Now-
location known for hosting star-studded gatherings. That's what they
have
found.
given
Oh my
hope,
God.
they have,
Oh, they say no foul play is currently being suspected, despite multiple
thanks
recent
to our
discoveries
Leo.
like this all across
My
New
Leo,
England, which is
not the
basically the
Pope
Northeast of
Leo.
America. How these
big
things
thanks
ended
to
up
our
there
Leo.
and who they belong to remains a mystery.
You know, I love you.
Police are continuing to investigate. She hasn't been seen there in quite some time.
And I haven't stopped.
Well,
loving
this is not, correlation is not causation. We don't really know what this means. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. But, why would he bring this up? This is a question I'm asking you. Like, what's the subtext here? Well,
your opinion of the world.
this one may not be true, or it may be something else. But yeah,
Your stepdad's not
in
your
some
real
cases,
dad.
this is probably
No,
what
this
you're
is
going to
true.
find. And again, I'm out here. I'm one of the voices out
I
here
would
getting
love
you
to
ready
see
for
you
this so that when you learn the
before
truth, that you're
puberty
not going to
because of
freak
the-
out as much as
because of,
everybody else does, and then you can help them.
Before you start
And
painting stuff
everybody's
like
going to want to
that.
throw up, but then you're going to feel better. If you throw up, you'll feel better.
Because that
And
makes
if
a
you
big
keep
difference
running
to
from
the
this
job.
and you keep hiding from this, you're not really doing your ascension work.
Let's see what
So
happens there.
learning that this stuff is true is a big part of ascension. That's why I like to read Ezra, whoever he is.
Doing the right
Okay?
thing. Well, she's already admitted that she's.
And
been
again,
lying to you.
120 seconds on this one leads us to this.
I just want.
And this is a very key point. Why, by coincidence, does some kind of attack or something with mental health always occur in a short time after we see negative news? Do you believe in coincidence? No. They think you are that stupid that you won't correlate these things, that you're a puppet, that you have no power, and they want to take everything away from you. They want to control the narrative. And you can see what they're doing here with the media and how they're pushing it on you.
Let me see it again.
There you go. That's good enough.
So it is what it is.
So we saw that this numerical code was clearly not just some random thing. Everybody can kind of figure out what it means because that number is very commonly used. He confirmed that this former individual's post was actually a veiled call for a criminal act. He claims that he recognized it instantly and said, as a former director, he knew exactly what he was doing, and he did it on purpose. Labeling him a dirty cop, he added he's leaving the fate in the hands of the department.
But I'm not.
So yeah, that's interesting that he called it out directly like that, and that seems like ancient history now, doesn't it? My God. Post number 66, he is currently under attack. So this fits very well with what we just saw, because we were just talking about him being under attack. They use this creepy numerical code. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Isn't that funny? I know what it means.
All these money.
No, it's not. Death threats are not funny. They're really not funny at all. It's a very, very sick, evil, twisted thing to do.
The government's belonging.
And then, so the numerical code that might be random just so happens to say the president is under attack by our own. Yeah, that fits really nicely, doesn't it? And they say yes. They just attacked him. It was immediately detected by military intelligence, and he was alerted. Re-review everything, including today, yesterday, weekend. What does this mean? What actions are immediately occurring? If this leaks or immediate action occurs over at this location, you will have your verification ahead of schedule. Whoa. So yeah, this again is, it's very context specific. It doesn't seem like a random choice to be post 66 at all. And it's saying, again, that actions could be happening very, very quickly. So I'm on the edge of my seat all the time. We seem like we're very, very close to this.
The Vatican.
One of my dreams was that Christmas happened during the month. So that hopefully is the month of June. Hopefully something's going to happen. Because the tension is crazy, isn't it? It's like, oh my God, let's get this over with.
Now, Donald Trump's in
Then he claims he's never heard that this number was used as a code for anything evil. I mean, give me a break. Everybody knows this code.
Control of the people. It's not
Never once heard that it was used to refer to killing or assassination, anything like that throughout his entire career. Defended the decision to delete the thing, said that he did nothing wrong, and it was unfortunate that so many are furious with him. Does anybody actually believe this?
22 of the last 23.
Come on. I mean, we all know what it is. And again, we don't advocate any of these types of activities.
That's going back.
And it's just, you really don't want to play around with making jokes like this. So it's a good sign that society is responsive enough that people are no longer able to do death threat trolling and get away with it. I think that's a good thing. Because, it should never happen to anybody. Whoa, do you see the number? Do you see the number? So what we're just looking at is 35, right? And, we've never heard of that term being used. So they're just going to keep covering it up. And then they say the number 35. Oh, wow. There's only 2 of them that really deliver the main thing that we're so concerned with. And that's 35 and 34. And you've been watching my show week after week. You know this. So we don't have to read it all again. But it's very, very interesting, isn't it? That he will be well insulated and protected on his plane and abroad as operations are conducted to take back the country. We want to salute and pray for brave men and women in uniform who will undertake this assignment to bring forth things like peace and unity and have our power return. We hope that we can reach enough people that they will understand. Again, if our buddy didn't want to create more suspicion that he really is doing a code, then why would one of the first posts after he sent me that have the number 35 in it?
Only when the staff.
Because this is about as blatant and specific, that and 34 is as big as it gets, okay? We cannot yet telegraph the message of normal methods for reasons you can understand. Follow our questions of previous threads. Remain calm. Primary targets are within that main area and at the top on both sides. So please don't freak out. Remain calm. Any spillover in the streets is quickly going to be shut down. Stay alert, get vigilant, and above all, please pray. And it says 4:10:20 at the bottom, which adds up to 34. So then, the very next post that whoever has, and it's 4:44 right now. Isn't that cool? It's 4:44 on my clock right now. Like, yeah, okay, excellent. The very next post that he puts up after one that has 35 minutes in it, or 35 seconds in it, is one that has 34 seconds in it. Okay, now how did you know that he was going to be declared dead soon, and then that happened 13 days later?
She admitted taking drugs and things like that.
So why would you be doing this if you don't want us to think it's a code? Well, again, let's not push too hard. Just it's magnificent. There's something weird going on.
Just stop.
But yeah, this definitely looks like the code is alive and well, because the very next video has 34 seconds.
Very difficult.
And this comes out from the father of our friend saying, "Go ahead and sue me. I'll talk about this stuff." And he said that it's over 100, and he's ready to defend that in court. He insists everyone already knows the truth about this. And remember, Michael spoke of a 30-year war. And you could say her second term began at that time, which is very interesting. He dares them to sue him and says they will never take him to court. So again, this is really just saying, yes, this is what you're going to learn, that these people are working like gangsters. They've actually been eliminating anybody that gets in the way. We have Salvage Title just donated, so I wanted to honor that. I used to get kaleidoscopic fractal geometric visions while meditating when I was 19 years old. I know the feeling. I now understand that to be light body DNA upgrades. Yes, so this is very cool. It's demonic MTV and Metallica's fault that Winger went down. They were amazing musicians way past one silly song. That's right. And the lead singer is also a bass player, and he's really good, by the way. So, yeah, I do respect them now, but I would have gotten beaten up if I said I liked Winger in high school. So the kaleidoscopic fractal geometric visions, yes, that's the point. You may see this and not when you're meditating or you have a fever or entheogen type experience, whatever it is.
Who likes to keep me busy. But
so yeah, there's good stuff going on here. Hold on.
Into something positive, But Mrs. always wants to job done.
Okay. There's all kinds of comments in there. So again, they're talking about how murder is being used to reinforce the efficacy of this 30-year war. And how are you going to stop it? Well, maybe there's only one way. Maybe the military might be the only way. Well, sure enough, they're talking about this body count. Everybody knows about it. And it's going to have to be stopped by some kind of extraordinary action. And, he's got 1.3 million views, and the video length of time is 34 seconds. Woo! I mean, like, that's a big payback. You can't tell me that's an accident. You can't tell me that he accident. I mean, if he was not wanting to send us messages anymore, if he's like, this David guy, he does these videos, and he says 34, and why in the world would he put them side by side when they're so relevant to the content? Okay, so I think we're fine, and I think let's just say this is magnificent. We'll leave it at that, but we got a really great comm. However it happened, universe, thank you. We thank the universe for this communication. So the body count is related to 34. Is this a coincidence? Well, they were nested together like two little Easter eggs. And if you watch even one show, then you know those are the most important numbers. So again, I will say thank you for the comms. So my fellow Americans, over the next several days, you'll realize we are taking back this country, and we have initiated fail-safes that will occur upon arrest announcements. So that's a very important point, is the announcement of these things happening. Confirmation of what is occurring will then be revealed. And this is the scary part, it is not going to be openly expected and accepted. Public riots are being organized in very serious numbers. They want to prevent anybody from being captured or brought in. And it says, on his order, a state of temporary military control will be, oh my God, that's martial law. Okay, well, what else are we going to do? How are we going to get through this any other way? Special ops will be carried out.
I just don't think the way she
Rest assured that we want your safety and well-being, but the atmosphere will be very divided because so many people will have fallen for a corrupt, evil narrative. And then it says, we will initiate an emergency broadcast system during this time to provide direct message and bypass this fake news to everyone. Anybody who wishes to do us harm, organizations or individuals, will be met with swift fury. Certain laws pre-lifted to provide the military necessary authority to handle and conduct this everywhere that it needs to happen. Dude, okay.
Which is bizarre.
Something is great about this, and it's like, yes, finally, you're right. We are investing in this whole future by doing this show week after week. I believe they're telling the truth. And so they did, I got that funny letter, but operators never divulged, so he can't tell me the truth if that is something, if he is an insider. But then how did he know that said individual is going to be declared dead 13 days beforehand? And there's so many of these, and then this code, it's like, okay, let's just go on the assumption that this is real, because it sure looks like it, man. And everything lines up this week. 2 weeks of shows, 2 weeks of slides. So here's the next one, where we have these individuals rescued from these radicals. And it was a special operation that happened down in Guatemala. They were being held in a group compound under disturbing conditions, and they found this buried box, and you can see the rest, and they have this documented track record. There it is again. Very, very disturbing stuff, and again, it's just a few people at the top. Most of the people know nothing about this. So now we got Post 11, They lost this very important power, the one area of the government that is not corrupt, directly serving the president. It is the military intelligence versus these other groups.